Sometimes it begins with a spark, a taste for more, and the courage to take a first step. This is how something truly great begins. 125 years ago, two pioneers shared this vision. What started in a small workshop has grown into the global family-owned business, Miele. From then until today, we have been committed to our unwavering standards, first-class quality, reliable longevity, intuitive technologies, groundbreaking innovations, and outstanding performance. The needs of our customers always come first. We take care of their prized possessions, making their lives easier. Their wedding dishes, their silk dresses, their hand-woven rugs. We believe they should love what they live with. Living with Miele is living with quality you can never walk away from. A spark that lasts a lifetime. This is why, once a Miele, always a Miele.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Miele press conference here at IFA 2024. A very special year, not only for us, but for IFA itself. As you have just seen in our video, Miele stands for longevity, comfort, and a consumer focus like no other. This year, we are celebrating 100 years of IFA, and Miele also celebrates 125 years of quality and innovation for kitchen, laundry, and floor care. Speaking of celebration, I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to everyone who's following our live stream on LinkedIn. My name is Kate Sperling. I'm part of the Miele PR team, and I will be guiding you through the program for the next good 30 minutes. Once a Miele, always a Miele. 125 years of quality. Let us embark on a journey through the old and the new, the past and the future. It gives me great pleasure to introduce 3 of our 6 board members for today's press conference. Dear guests, please welcome in order of appearance Dr. Reinhard Zinkann and Dr. Markus Miele, 4th-generation executive directors and co-proprietors and great-grandsons of the company's founders. And Rebecca Steinhage, executive director, human resources and corporate affairs of the Miele Group. Reinhard, Markus and Rebecca, thank you so much for being here. I'd also like to welcome Christian Gervens, managing director of the German sales subsidiary, which has been organizing this trade fair for the Miele Group since 2008. As Senior Vice President, Christian is also responsible for the entire sales region, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Before we start, to our guests here in Berlin, please save your questions for the Q&A session at the end. To our viewers on LinkedIn, we encourage you to ask the questions you have in the chat. Our back office team will either answer you directly in the chat, or we will try to answer live on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we will start with Dr. Reinhard Zinkann. Please welcome him to the stage now. Welcome. Reinhard, on the 1st of July, 125 years ago, your great-grandfather and namesake, Reinhard, and his partner, Carl Miele Sr., founded the Miele business. You have been with the companies for 33 years. What do you consider to be some important strategic milestones in the Miele history?
Well, first of all, I think focusing on domestic and commercial appliances, while at the same time we said goodbye to other product groups like the motor cars, bicycles, mopeds, milking machines, and kitchen furnitures. So a clear focusing. Second, I think it is very important to mention the internationalization, because we started in Australia already in 1980, in South Africa in 1982, and in the United States in 1983. This is how we started to become a true global brand, while at the same time we were caring for our German roots, with 8 of our soon 16 plants to be in Germany. And last not least, probably it is the development of the Miele brand, from a brand for washing and tumble dryers, vacuum cleaners and dishwashers, so a cleaning brand, into a lifestyle brand with kitchen appliances of timeless elegance and stylish enjoyment too.
And what would you say, what role does the IFA play for Miele?
Well, at this point of time, the IFA is the most important innovation trade fair for our branch as whole industry, as well as it is for Miele. Although white goods have only been part of this program since 2008. But I was part of the kickoff because it was a long discussion until the white good industry joined IFA. But today we know that it is the exactly right step that we did, because we sustainably strengthened the IFA, as well as it became the leading trade show for trade partners for home appliance industry in the heart of Germany and Europe, but actually throughout the world.
And now we are all curious, what are the most important Miele innovations at this special IFA?
Well, I don't want to give away too much now, just this much. We are presenting our new flagship products in the areas of laundry and floor care at the same time. Of course, there will be also news about sustainability at Miele and the use of artificial intelligence. Stay tuned, we are looking forward to your feedback.
Thank you so much, Reinhard. I know we will see more of you in a moment when you will introduce us to a great product highlight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, yes, please, of course. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Markus Miele to the stage, who will introduce our first innovation.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the jingle, by the way. It's great to see you here from very far away. I just greeted one of the journalists from Australia. It's great to see so many faces again here at IFA. I would like to welcome you on this press conference at IFA 2024. Reinhard just mentioned it. In our 125-year history, Miele has stood for innovative, sustainable and gentle laundry care almost since our company's foundation. Today, 123 years after the introduction of the first Miele washing machine and 23 years after the launch of the legendary Miele honeycomb drum, most of you will remember that, where we took gentle washing to a whole new level, we are taking a step towards the next chapter of history of laundry care. After the launch of our current W1T1 generation in 2013, there is a new vision embodied in our 2024 W2T2 generation. Let's take a look at this with our flagship models, our W2 and T2 Nova edition that stand out in terms of convenience, gentle treatment, and elegance. Nova, in our case, doesn't just mean new. It means innovative in the best sense of the word, and even, I would say, outstanding. I don't want to say too much and only say, let the film roll. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that catches the eye is our innovative and unique design. So let's start with the outside. A fundamentally redesigned front of our washing machines and tumble dryers. Firstly, with high-quality glass and black effect at the slim fascia panel, as well as the door section. Secondly, with a clean and clear design language, as you know from Miele. Thirdly, our new ambient light emphasizes the high-quality overall impression and makes operation even more enjoyable. It highlights certain elements. For example, the door opening lighting or our automatic detergent dosing system, Twindos. By the way, if you think about sustainability, Twindos is the system. Next, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the convenience of these flagship models, which are designed to make life easier for our consumers. We are setting new standards in terms of a new intuitive user interface and other conveniences. Motion React, it comes with Miele exclusive features, which we are convinced will delight our consumers. A movement sensor that automatically switches on the appliance when you approach it. Combined with the second feature, Comfort Open, and I'll just demonstrate it. The door opens with a gentle touch. Both are super practical, especially when you're carrying a full laundry basket. And it doesn't stop there. Not only has the design of the glass door been adapted, the size has also been significantly optimized with a 25% larger diameter. This makes it easier to load, especially with large items such as bathrobes, blankets, and curtains. And, ladies and gentlemen, yet another aspect of convenience and a real pioneer in washing machine operation that will also inspire the next generations of other Miele product ranges. Our new M-Touch Pro color display. Bigger, brighter, and better. Program selection is simple and intuitive with just a tap. Dear guests, of course, there is a lot more to our new flagship model from our new generation than just these design and convenience aspects. Let me now turn to the absolute highlight. What you see here is a standard feature in every washing machine on the market worldwide. The main purpose of the drum ribs is to ensure that the laundry is carried along as the drum rotates, rather than simply sitting on the bottom of the drum. But that puts additional mechanical strain on the fabric, which increases the wear and tear of your clothes. In 2001, I will just leave it here. In 2001, we revolutionized laundry care with our honeycomb drum. And today, we are taking it to the next level. Our new Infinity Care honeycomb drum, a groundbreaking technology that eliminates the need for these ribs and is, incidentally, unique in the world and even more gentle for the laundry. The laundry care protection has proven by an independent institute. But how did we manage that? Our new innovative technology uses a distinctive drum design without any ribs and specially drum rhythm, developed with the help of artificial intelligence. The drum rhythm adjusts automatically and efficiently, turns the laundry through a gentle pendulum motion. The larger three-dimensional and gently rounded elements that you see here are also part of the new drum design and not just an eye-catching feature. We've called them queen cells because of their striking appearance and important role. They help move the laundry inside the drum, but in a much gentler way than any rib could do. To give you an idea, the queen cells glide under the laundry, giving it a massage effect. This is what I would call a feel-good program for your laundry. For our new Infinity Care honeycomb drum, we have registered, of course, a number of patents. Further, we have also significantly upgraded our load detection for all programs. On top of water and energy savings with our current load detection, this has a particularly positive effect on running times and saves up to 2 hours of time depending on the program. We call this new function flex load. Through this improvement, we've got another amazing innovation that's all about convenience and washing without waste for ultimate ease of laundry care. We have all been there. The washing machine is not yet full. You know you should wait until it's completely full to make sure you're doing the most sustainable washing possible. Dear guests, we have the solution with our new program, Smartmatic. A brief classification and differentiation in our market environment. There are, of course, many appliances on the market today that already have automatic load detection. However, conventional processes reach their limits, especially with small loads, and the electricity and water consumption per kilo of laundry varies greatly. As you can see here, Smartmatic precisely adjusts the amount of energy and water per kilo of laundry, and in combination with our twin door system, also the amount of detergent. From now on, our consumers can wash sustainably whenever they want and whatever the size of the load, starting from 1 kilo. Through this new program, we've created a similar consumption level as with the Eco mode, both with the clear consumer advantage of being much faster. A real convenience benefit and also great for the environment. Dear guests, I could tell you much more about our new washing machines, but that would go beyond the scope of this press conference. Instead, let's take a quick look at our new flagship dryer, the T2 Nova Edition. A new innovation is our Quick Power Dry program, the perfect companion to our Quick Power Wash program from the washing machines, which significantly reduces cycle times. This means drying up to 4 kilos of laundry in just 49 minutes. How do we reach this? Thanks to an additional heater module, the Power Dry unit, that is made out of high-quality ceramic material, the heat-up phase is shortened by around 50%. Comparable to a turbocharger in cars, the final speed, or here, the process temperature in the dryer remains the same, but it is reached much faster. Ladies and gentlemen, that is still not all. Our new tumble dryer is another example of our commitment to gentle care. In 1997, Miele became the first washing machine in the world manufacturer to offer a program for wool, which until then could only be washed by hand. With the T2 Nova Edition, we take another step forward with our new wool dry program. Thanks to an increased drum speed and particularly gentle drying process, the delicate woolen textiles lie close to the drum wall instead of being subjected to additional mechanical strain. This means that up to 1 kilo of the finest woolens can be dried while remaining soft and fluffy, no matting, no shrinkage. Dear guests, of course, the T2 Nova Edition has all the refinement of the W2 Nova Edition, and of course also comes with ambient light, comfort open, and M-Touch Pro. Our new flagship washing machine and tumble dryer models are, of course, true to our sustainable approach in terms of longevity, and as usual are tested for a 20-year service life, a trademark of Miele quality. I am really looking forward to the first quarter of next year when we launch our new top-of-the-range W2 T2 models. Let's work together to redefine the future of laundry care. Gentle laundry care and top washing performance. That's what Miele stands for, like no other brand in the industry. I would now like to hand back over to Kate. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks, Markus. I think Miele has proven its pioneering spirit once more with these innovations. So now, we have already mentioned earlier, Reinhard has brought us another real highlight from the floor care sector. Please welcome Reinhard Zinkann.
Welcome again. Thank you very much, Kate. And yes, we're now coming to our new bagged vacuum cleaners. We've grouped these vacuum cleaners into 3 different models here called Guard. The Guard vacuum is a trap dust more reliable than ever before, protecting the appliance and the air in the room, true to its name.
But bagged vacuum cleaners, these are like the classics of this product category, right? I mean, isn't the action elsewhere these days with like robotic vacuums and cordless vacuums?
Well, it's true that the market shares of the segments you just mentioned are growing steadily. And there are undeniable advantages to having a cordless vacuum cleaner as well, or even having one that vacuums by itself. However, the fan base of the vacuum cleaners remains large and loyal. They should be powerful, hygienic, quiet, economical, and robust. And our vacuum cleaners are just and exactly that. In Western Europe alone, 4 to 5 million bagged vacuum cleaners are expected to be sold this year, making it the second largest market segment in Europe, with Miele as the #1 brand in terms of both turnover and units sold. That's why our engineers have put their heart and soul into finding the worthy successor to our meager seller complete C3, which has sold more than 10 million units since it launched in 2012. With our new guard range, we'll carry out the largest product launch in Miele's floor care cylinder history. At the same time, we listened out to customers and streamlined our portfolio to 3 models without compromises in performance and features.
That sounds really, really good. What do these new bagged vacuum cleaners have in store for us?
I'll reveal it in a minute, but let's first say, let the film roll. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the Miele Guard L1, the flagship in our new range. Firstly, let me start with the design. It allows the appliance to blend in harmoniously into the living environment. The L1 is available in 7 mutual basic colors. It has striking metal applications in rosy gold or copper that complement the vacuum cleaner's premium colors. And on the sides, we have integrated a high-quality dirt-repellent fabric that covers air vents. But a well-thought-of design always takes cleaning performance and ease into account. We've placed great emphasis on excellent cleaning performance ever since, so the Guard range naturally has a consistently high suction power with a powerful fan, flow-optimized air ducts, and a matching floor head. The silence model in the L1 series is particularly quiet, emitting only 62 decibels, which is about the volume of a normal conversation. This makes it, ladies and gentlemen, Miele's quietest vacuum cleaner ever. For maximum hygiene, all our Guard models are equipped with the new High-Clean Pure dust bags, which together with Miele's Air Clean filter offer a filtration efficiency of 99.99% and thus the highest filtration level ever on the market. Combined with our advanced comfort fit concept, which ensures the dust bag is held firmly in place by the appliance's holding plate, dust and dirt are transported into even more securely into the dust bag. Moreover, the Guard L1 is the world's first vacuum cleaner featuring a convenient, high-quality LCD display. And our top-of-the-range model L1 Comfort now offers an automatic mode with floor covering detection for an energy-efficient vacuuming by continuously optimizing the suction power to the surface, without the need to manually switch between power modes. Last but not least, a word, ladies and gentlemen, on connectivity. The L1 is the first bagged vacuum cleaner that can be connected to an app, in this case, the Miele app. The benefits: a push notification when the dust bag or filter needs to be changed, including a convenient overview of but sustainable accessories and suitable accessories. And the operation manual and service certificate also are ready at your fingertip. Dear guests, at the beginning I've mentioned 3 new model ranges because the Guard L1 does not come alone. we are launching 2 other ranges with it, which we would like to mention here as well. The Guard S1 is the new compact and lightweight entry-level class. And the Guard M1 is the new powerful and versatile mid-range model. The proven complete 3C now being continued as the M1 Series with better price-performance ratio and a new look. I truly believe, ladies and gentlemen, with this range we are setting new standards in the bagged vacuum cleaner market. I look forward to hearing your feedback and that of our retail partners and consumers when the Guard range is launched in January 2025. Finally, a word about quality. Of course, we also put the Guards through extensive quality checks and tested for 20 years service life. So far from me.
Many thanks, Reinhard. It's great to hear. It's great to hear that Miele is staying true and continuing to make these vacuum cleaners immer besser. Moving on from floor care to sustainability, and I would like to welcome for this Rebecca Steinhage. Please join me on the stage.
Well, hello, Kate. Hello, honored guests. Welcome to our Miele press conference this year at the IFA. This goes out to everyone here, but obviously also to our online guests.
Well, we have already said you are here to tell us something great. So what have you brought with you?
So I would love to talk a bit about circularity and brought a few ideas and pilot projects, and also talk a few words on digitalization and how it actually empowers our consumers to live a more sustainable life.
Wow, okay, great. Topic number 1, you said circularity. Isn't that kind of like old news? So recycling and avoiding waste, they have been part of this for like a long time. Why is Miele focusing on it now?
You're totally right. I think the original concept goes back to the 70s or something, so not what you would call a spring chicken. But if we're honest, we all need to recognize the world is changing, and knowing and caring about your material and your resources becomes increasingly important. The current consumption rate that we have, either as companies or as societies, is not sustainable in itself. And we need to see that resources are either limited in the amount or just simply in the access to it. So why does it matter for Miele? So for us, it's quite interesting when we look into circularity. We say it feels a bit like it's moving from noble purpose to business continuity and business opportunity. It's quite interesting. However, everyone who ever looked into that will recognize it's super complex, but it's so much fun if you get there. So what is it? It's all about managing the life cycle of the material, making sure that you use it again and again and prolong the life cycle. There are concepts around a lot of R's, like the letter R. We're going to get to that in a second. And why is it important? Well, you're saving resources, you're lowering CO2 footprint, saving money. So in the end, if we get it right together, it's good for consumers, the planet, and also for us as a company.
Yeah, that makes sense. You said consumers, so they play a more important role in this case?
Absolutely. I mean, the opinion of the consumers is always important, but it's also especially important if they really support the topic. And so we asked 1,000 users and people in Germany through a company called InnoFact. Let me share some results. I'll go over here. So the good news is that there's a high acceptance of circular household appliances in general. So if you see here, you got 70% say circularity in household appliances actually is of relevance for the planet, but also for societies. 75% agreed to the saying they trust in the longevity of household appliances, even if they have recycled materials or refurbished components. So consumer trust. And of course, 81% said they would be buying refurbished spare parts, for example, if it comes A, with a warranty, and B, at a cheaper price?
Well,
there are some concerns, right? You were just kind of, I heard it.
Yeah.
So, but it's fair to say that consumers also obviously have a few concerns. And it goes, for example, when it comes to potentially quality defects, never know, and also a limited selection of variety when it comes to those products and consumer goods.
Right, okay. But so what is Miele doing about this?
That leads us back to the R strategies, right? As I said, we are looking into circularity following the R approaches like rethink, refurbish, repair, and also recycle. So what does that mean? And let me give you some very concrete examples to that, starting in the Netherlands. So almost for 2 years now, we are basically refurbishing washing machines together with the community in the Netherlands and bring them back into the market at a lower price point with great success and fantastic feedback. Second example is on e-waste. You know that e-waste is a huge thing. So very fresh, since of July, we started selling refurbished electronic parts. So the idea is that a consumer can basically choose, you want a new one or you want a refurbished one. The idea is, again, saving time and money, and basically we start in 5 EU countries, and to give you a bit of an idea, we're talking about 30% cheaper price.
Wow, okay. So does the issue of repairability play a role? Because I know with the new requirements and the new legislation, basically, there must be something happening there as well.
Absolutely. We all know that the European Union is actually pushing for the right to repair. The good news is that at Miele, repairability is a key feature, right, in our appliances, and it plays into the quality aspect of durability. We talked about and we heard about the 20 years that we are testing on. We also have more than 72,000 spare parts on stock, so there is an opportunity to get spare parts. And we have our own repair services, so great colleagues, great teams in the markets we operate in. And also to support, online tutorials are also going there and supporting our consumers, probably coming up with their own ideas, again, saving time and money.
Wow. I mean, that sounds like a really helpful initiative. I mean, but now I'm curious. I just got handed this. Why did you bring this vacuum cleaner with you?
Yeah, so you hold the VUPA. So I'm super proud to present on behalf of the team our concept study result on a circular vacuum cleaner. So what we did is, in the rethink strategy, we talked about it. We thought, is it possible to design a vacuum cleaner that is circular from a whole setting? And it's a fundamental new approach to it. So we didn't want to compromise on design, we didn't want to compromise on performance, because obviously that's what you want, but we also wanted to make sure that the material is closing the loop and it comes back to saving resources. We think it is possible.
Wow, I mean, tell us a bit more about this.
Yeah, so
it looks amazing.
If you really get me going, we're probably here for the next hour. Let me concentrate on a few issues. So the first thing was, like, how do you design it from the very first moment to think about the end of the life cycle? So what you see here is a completely modular build-up that basically is built to make it easier to be repaired, but also to be dismantled, because it's important by the end of the life cycle that you get the material back in good quality. So it's made of recycled material and it's recyclable. In addition, the aluminium that is on there is green aluminium. And again, no plugs, no screws, and again, I think it's a cool design, and no issues with quality or performance.
Wow, I mean, if it doesn't have any, like, screws or anything, I could even dismantle it, probably maybe.
You can try.
When will all consumers be able to buy this in stores?
Well, the main purpose of the concept design study was to learn, to really understand, because if you go into the circular strategy, this is a fundamental new approach on design, on production processes, and also on business models, because if you follow through on the cradle-to-cradle concept, that's what behind it, right? Material ownership would stay with the company. You would actually not buy the product, and then it's, you know, somewhere in the waste at one point, but you would return it to the company. But that obviously is just one of 100 questions, because sometimes with circularity, you start with one question and solve it, and then you add up a few new ones. But we are here also in Hall 27, and I am happily inviting everyone there to also meet great colleagues and join the discussion on circularity, because it's a joint effort. We cannot solve it alone.
And I've heard there's a repairability challenge, so
yeah.
I will be doing it, and if I can do it, all of you can do it, so please join me. I'm sure we can learn a lot together. Yeah. And speaking of learning, your next topic was about...
Thank you so much.
I'm going to give this. Yes, perfect.
Don't run away with that.
Yes, please don't. Speaking of learning, so your next topic was digitalization and sustainability. Tell us more.
Absolutely. So the main idea, I mean, everyone talks about digitalization and AI, etc. I think for us, the main purpose is that it supports greater sustainability. It's not the feature itself, right? So let me give you an example of our consumption dashboard. So we introduced the consumption dashboard already last year, but if you are honest, the question is always, if you have these great things, do they really work? So a wrap-up, the consumption dashboard helps the consumer as a feature in the app to just kind of monitor what he or she is doing, using eco-modus or whatever, gives you tips and tricks, and it gives you, above all, transparency about your behavior. So what we did is we can literally see that consumers using the consumption dashboard are saving on water and electricity. So therefore, it is more economically purposeful to use it. Giving you an idea, so the team did some math. We are roughly saving in the last 12 months 8 million liters of water and 92 megawatt hours of electricity, equaling 600,000 kilometers with an electronic car. So not bad for that. So good news is, if more people use it, the impact obviously will be greater.
Right, okay. But I'm sure the consumption dashboard, which is great, cannot be the only enabler, as you called it earlier. There must be more.
There is more, and I'm super happy, obviously, also to introduce a new feature which we call AI diagnostic. So again, alongside the consumption dashboard, it's in the app, and what it is, I like to say it's a pocket assistant. So if there's a fault message, the AI assistant would actually help consumers solve the problems themselves. So what is AI behind it? It basically takes tips into the data pools available, and based on those data coming from customer service, from all connected appliances globally, from research data, development data, you know, right? It would give you a recommendation of what's the highest probability of the reason for the fault message and how to fix it. So again, you have at a fingertip, you get some help as requested and can save time and money.
Wow, okay. Looking at the clock, you've talked about like very great points. Can you summarize like your 3 key messages on circularity?
3 key messages.
Sustainability. Circularity is one of them, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So, okay, wrapping it up. So circularity matters to Miele. Circularity should matter to all of us. It's super complex. It's a fun journey. And why is that? Consumers are going in it, which is great because we need consumer support, but it's also important because material matters to all of us. Second, digitalization is a great enabler to even greater sustainability, but it's not a purpose of its own. It needs to enable our consumers easily to save money and time. And lastly, I mean, we're here at IFA to showcase what is possible, but also to invite everyone joining us in that discussion to see a good way forward.
Wow, thank you very, very much. For now, we will move on to the Q&A session. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Markus and Reinhard, please join us on the stage.
Thank you.
Perfect. So we have microphones. So please raise your hands. And before you ask a question, we love to know who we're talking to. So please introduce yourselves and let us know who you represent. I can see some questions here in the front. And I can see another question there. So you will get a microphone. There you go.
Vielen Dank. Florian Samuel Berge, Transworld News, US-Nachrichtenagentur. Herr Zinkann, Sie hatten gesagt, after long discussion, die Teilhabe dann von Haushaltsgeräten. Das war eine der besten Entscheidungen von IFA. IFA ohne Haushaltsgeräte oder ohne Miele, undenkbar. Wenn Sie da ein paar Worte dazu sagen könnten. Und zweitens, am Schluss haben wir es ja hier gehört, es gibt ja jetzt von der EU aus Reparaturen und. Alles Themen, die Miele eigentlich gar nicht tangieren, denn Miele hat schon immer so produziert, dass man, wenn überhaupt, nur wenig reparieren musste und das nach 20 Jahren oder später. Vielen Dank.
English or German?
I would probably prefer English, so I will just summarize the questions.
Yep.
So in this case, the first question was that we have been with the IFA since 2008 and what the households part of IFA is basically in more detail for Miele. And the second part of the question was, I'm sorry.
About repairability.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Repairability.
Again,
Yes.
yes.
Yep. Question number one. We had lost a trade show in our industry for the white good brands. We had a Domotechnica, we had a trade show in Paris called Confortec, and both vanished for different reasons. In the end, there was no international press coverage at one point of time for all innovations the industry had. And there was no meeting point with all dealers worldwide. So we felt that it is necessary to bring both together, the press and the dealers, again to a trade show. But a trade show alone for white goods probably will not be attractive. The IFA, at the same time, has lost, unfortunately I have to say that, a lot of attractiveness, as many brown goods companies vanished, were bought, whatever. So the IFA itself had changed. The IFA was in need of new exhibitors, and we needed an exhibition. So 2 points came together that were ideal to match, and that was the beginning. But there were, of course, a lot of discussions because the brown goods industry thought we don't want to have the white ones, and the white goods said, well, every year a trade show again, can't we do it every 2 years? But in the end, it worked out very well. As you do know, we are now an immense part of this trade show with the white goods industry. I don't know exactly the figures, but I would guess it's close to 50%, if not more. So it has proven to be the right concept, and we are glad about you, ladies and gentlemen, from the press, because the press coverage of all the innovations is extremely important. And this is the point of time where it can be transported. Question number one. And question number two, but I would pass it on to Rebecca. Our two words, immer besser, mean we can never be good enough. So even if we had covered the topics you mentioned already, and even if we stick to the 20 years, and even if we are better in many points, we still can get better, and that's what we're out for. But Rebecca will answer the question.
Well, you answered it perfectly. Thank you so much. I think we're off to a good start. That's fair. But if you go into the details, also the projects that I presented, this is like, it's a big one, right? And I think it also comes back to the consumer. Do they accept it? Do they support it? And do they ask for a repair rather than just kind of say, like, I want a new one? So there's a lot to do. And as Reinhard said, it's about immer besser, getting there.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Does that answer your question? Yes,
good,
perfect. We have another question. I think the gentleman was first. Sorry.
Thank you. Thomas Blömer of POS, Mail German Trade Media. With their new washing machines, other manufacturers highlight certain features to reduce the amount of microplastic in the wastewater. What are Miele's ideas to address this problem?
We already have shown at the last IFA a filter for microplastic. This will be part of the regulation, and then we will also have a filter which can filter out the microplastic. But one thing is very important to me. We are not the ones that are producing microplastics, you know, that's one thing. And please have a look at the sources of microplastic. It's not white goods. You know where it comes from.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Different industry.
I think looking at the clock, we're going to come to our last question with the lady over there.
Ja, da war noch einer in der Mitte. Ja.
Thank you very much. I am a chilenische Korrespondentin, aber ich stelle meine Frage auf Deutsch.
Ja, ja, kein Problem.
Ich habe eine Frage in Bezug auf diese Entwicklung über Sie, die sehr schön das auch dargestellt haben. Es sind 125 Jahre von Miele und 100 Jahre von der IFA. Und ich möchte gerne wissen, wie hat sich das Ganze eigentlich verändert? Kann man das tatsächlich erklären und inwieweit ist der Mensch, der dann die Technik verändert, oder ist die Technik, die den Mensch eigentlich verändert? Was ist er zuerst? Und könnten Sie heute sagen, wie sieht dieser Mensch aus? Weil ich gehe davon aus, dass Sie sehr viel auch mit dieser soziologischen Fragen auch arbeiten müssen, um sich zu überlegen, was verändern wir jetzt, was wollen die Menschen, wie sind diese Menschen? Kann man das tatsächlich erklären oder machen Sie das einfach nur so allgemein, ohne tiefe Überlegungen in dem Sinne?
Also, nein, ich beantworte das mal, ohne jetzt zu ausführlich zu werden, da könnte ich Stunden drüber reden. Also wir arbeiten schon auch mit bestimmten Konsumentengruppen und auch Modellen von Konsumentengruppen. Da gibt es sehr unterschiedliche Ansprüche und auch sehr unterschiedliche... sorry, no, I have to switch back to English again. So the question was how we look at the human and the human interaction with white goods. Of course, we work with models and we work with personas that we have identified as our consumers, and they have different approach to the usage. And of course, we have to cater for the needs of different personas, not only different types of people living in different environments. This might be also living in different countries, doing different dishes as well, and built-in, and so on. So that's quite an intricate development process we are going through, and that's at the center of everything we do, the consumer.
Can I add something, Markus?
Sure, of course.
When you, coming back to what I said about AI diagnostics, like, you know, it looks so, where people sometimes are hesitant, so a human technology interaction is important to be as low and easy as possible. This is why I said, if you have a feature and you just tip and it says like, this is what I recommend, that's the level we need. So, and then people will accept it, use it, and as we've seen in the numbers, also for the good of the planet.
And if I may add, both questions you said are pending on each other.
Yeah.
But there is one thing for sure, we are not asking what is the consumer of today wishing or asking for, but our ideas are going long ahead. What will the consumer of the future need, and how will he operate his machines? What types of machines will he need, and so on. So we think a long time ahead. We don't think at the present, but a long time ahead. And you can see that if you see our history wall, that we have always been into products which nobody else had, because we thought that might be the right idea. And even if it was not the right point of time, first dishwasher, in the end it was the right idea.
From the past to the future, like we said, I think that's a perfect last sentence, basically. So thank you very much to everyone who was here. I'm sure we haven't been able to answer all of your questions. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask either one of our press teams or one of our colleagues at our booth. There is a QR code right here where you can download all the press information. And you can also find everything on our website, of course. On behalf of the entire Miele team, I wish you a great day and a nice IFA. But I can't let you go without showing you our new brand campaign, which we have been talking about today, basically all day. So thank you very much and enjoy.
Thank you.